What's it, Cal?
1-1.
Thank you.
Hey Bruce, here we go.
Go Bruce.
Get out! Get out! Good piece, Bruce.
Dude, top of the third right now? I think so, right?
No, we've had 2 at bats, so top of third, yeah.
Okay, now I can tell. I was setting everything up. So what are you?
No, I'm looking. You're all proficient SDI.
No, I have HDMI input.
Oh, okay. No, so I have you can have cable to get here because obviously you have a choice. But
Right, but the back of this, it's got 4 HDMI inputs.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, the transmitter basically means you don't have to run cable.
Right.
And so I know that it's obviously always better to have a cable because they're always connected. But this far away shouldn't be an issue.
Transmitter is great. I would transmitter instead of running cable.
I can give you one or so used.
Well,
they're inexpensive. Like
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
I should. Yeah, we get tomorrow. If it's a
Yeah,
game
we are.
tomorrow, it will be.
Okay, so I have tomorrow. I'll be here, and I'm gonna come. I just came from work from my other job in Bridgeport, so I had to hire a guy to come and set all this stuff up just to get the live stream off in time. But I'd be willing to play around with some stuff because I want to get here by 2 tomorrow.
Okay.
And set all this stuff up.
I can do that, I think. Yeah, it should be good. So when I do these track meets, I did one where if you look at that track, the very far corner of that track, all the way to like 7 stories high, we're able to get a good signal. So it's pretty good. And I've got different channels that each one works on. I don't think it's going to here, but
So, did it just start?
Attaboy.
so from center field,
There you go,
here,
Gut.
the issue is you start juggling more balls, right? So now all of a sudden you're switching. You could, in theory, replace that camera with one out in center field and not have it. So it'll be, the purpose of that camera is for ball to strike, right? So you get a better angle there. So you could put that camera there and we could try it out. And then you don't have to run any cable. Just the tripod. The only issue that I have is the wind blows. You know, you don't want the camera.
Great pitch. Great job, Mike.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So I'll be here too.
All right. Cool. Good. Let's what we'll do is I want to get like my setup set up, and then
So what I'll do is I can set up the receiver and transmitters, and then you could do. I'll either bring another camera, you could set up back camera too.
Yeah.
If it works, and then if it's a better view, I think it's usually a better view because it's not going through a fence, and you're seeing the pitch all the way into the glove.
Yeah.
The only issue is when the ball's in play. It's an okay view, but you know, I don't know. Anytime shooting through Darian, if you've ever seen their setup, they have they must have mesh Wi-Fi everywhere because they have like 4 different cameras.
Yeah. Are they going to turn on our scoreboard?
You know, there's D does it.
Here we go.
Vince is doing game changer, so in theory you could see what he's got for the counter game changer.
You're in this circus I got going on right here. Yeah, Jeff. I think it's security. Yeah.
Cyber security.
No, general security. Yeah, I do security at Bridgeport Hospital.
Nice catch, Jake. Nice catch. All right, Brendan. Let's go, Ryan. Here we go. Come on, Andrew. Hey, Ted. Here you go, Kai. Hey, Drew.
Hey, we're...
Almost.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He had it plugged into something else and I couldn't figure it out why.
We're about ready to get underway here in the bottom of the third. You're listening to this broadcast of Staples Baseball here on WPT or on the stream with O'Shea Productions. Weston Hockhauser and Russell Kelsey bringing you the call on this sunny Monday afternoon. The first pitch into the 9-hitter Mark Kelly will be in there, first strike, 0-1. So it'll be 9-1-2 here in the third inning. Rutgers chasing one run, looking to get it back here and hand it back over to Kai for the fourth. The 0-1 offering in there for a strike. So 2 pitches and 2 called strikes in there, as Kelly will now have to fight.
She'll be as strong of an inning as you can have last inning, and his first 2 pitches doing exactly what he did to the last 3 batters.
And he'll get him on that one, a nasty pitch. Kelly with a check swing, but he definitely broke the plane there and will go down on a 3-pitch strikeout here. So Schulke coming out hot here in the third, as he has so far in the first 2 innings.
1-2-3 punch out to start the inning, but we have one of Staples' best contact hitters, Cicero, coming up. See how he fares after his ground out.
First pitch from Schulke to Cicero will be a breaking ball, swung and whiffed on 0-1.
That's a great time to throw a breaking ball. You know, I think Jules was, he thought Schulke was keep going fastball, and no one's had an answer for it, and he just placed that breaking ball.
Next offering will be a check swing. Jules didn't go, and the count will run even at 1-1.
Impressive take there. Kind of adjusted after looking at that first pitch, because now I want to make that swing and miss mistake again.
1-1 misses low. Good take there from Cicero, and the count will be in his favor now. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. The count evens up now. Jules takes that fastball all the way. 2-2. And Jules on the 2-2 rips a hard line drive into left. Great 2-strike hitting there by Cicero. And that ball will go past the left fielder, Valentino, and Jules will be in there. Or Vidal, and Jules will be in there with a single, taking that extra base on the error.
Jules Cicero has some of the best at-bats that I have seen in all the high school games that I've watched. Schulke was starting him off with 3 breaking balls. Jules a little off balance and threw him a fastball to get him even more off balance. Able to wait and sit on that breaking ball with another great pitch by Schulke, but Jules able to hit nicely left field.
First pitch, Landgraf will be fouled away. No balls in a strike here. Rutgers with a runner in scoring position will look to capitalize. Less than 2 outs here. Need to get him home and tie up this game before Kai goes into the 4th. Hard to believe that we're already into the 4th, or will be after this inning. Landgraf still has to hit now. The Rutgers will have more, assuming there was no double play. Goldschroll will be going as well. 0-1 to Landgraf, misses. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike now to the sophomore center fielder. Cicero with a standard lead off a second. Shortstop Payne hanging out with him. Landgraf beaten on that fastball, and the count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Standard defensive positioning here for the Eagles. Schulke gets his sign from Mora. And the two-strike off. Foul back as Landgraf does a good job fighting that one off. He'll see another pitch here. Jules with solid speed on second will score on any base hit. And Schulke will fake a walk attempt there as he turns around, or a pickup attempt there as he turns around and walks Jules back to second.
Menacingly on back.
With 2 strikes on Landgraf, a big out for Schulke to get if he wants to protect his slim lead. Pitch, and a high pop fly, out to left, into territory, moves to third baseman, and he grabs Braden Jag on the pop-up catch, and there's 2 away here.
Jake Goldschor's in come up. He had a nice rip in the center field for a base hit in his last go-around. He's been on fire all season. We'll see if he can capitalize on the runner in scoring position for Staples and hopefully tie this thing up.
Jake looking for a single like his first at-bat here. First offering, will miss away for a ball, 1-0. Huge at-bat in this ball game as we're already getting into halfway through the game. Goldschor, one of their clutch hitters and best hitters, their captain catch, is going to look to plate Jules from second. The 1 offering from Schulke to Goldschor. And a similar shot there, 2-0, so a good advantage count now for Goldschor to do some damage.
Yeah, and this is really a great reason. Pitch, and then
The 2-0 is there for a strike. Sees that one. Solid take there as you like that pitch, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike now. 2 away, 1 on here for the Wreckers. 1-0 the score as the Eagles hold a small and early lead over your Staples Wreckers. 2-1 swing and a miss. Breaking pitch fools Jake Bradley there, and the count will run even now, 2-2. Schulke's done a good job catching back up. Wreckers really don't want to strand. Only the second runner that they've had in scoring position so far. On the here. It gets under this one. It's a pop fly foul right towards the booth. Nearly misses the Trumbull fans, and he'll see another pitch.
I mean, I was ready for that one when I had this set up there.
Just rip that set off and make a play.
True, I could have.
So another 2-2 offering now from Schulke to Goldschor. Cicero, the tying run at second base. 2 away here. And he'll miss with that one. Jake thought about his good job staying off that low pitch. The count will run full.
Yeah, those low breaking balls are very hard to lay off. That one was a little too short. And Jake was easily laid it off.
As he gets on this one, pulls it left field, but it's going to go foul. Just in front of that one is Goldschor, which would have been a game-tying double. But he'll see another pitch here.
Waited on that really nice, kind of letting back into the zone and hold it just foul. There, Goldschor will see if he can make another nice piece of contact.
The four-hitter Vega on deck if it gets to him. 2 away here. 1-0 score as the Eagles hold the lead. Cicero off a second. Goldschor with a full count. Schulke steps off. He'll re-engage here and get a sign from Moore. Gives Jules a look, but he's going home. The 3-2. And fouled back as Jake fights that one off nicely. We'll see a third straight 3-2 offering now.
Great at bat in a big spot for Goldschor. Foul off these fastballs that he's kind of laid on and stay alive.
Perfect, yeah, perfect temperature. As another 3-2 offering will be up base on balls, and the Wreckers will have 2 runners on. Still 2 away, though, however, as the right fielder, Vega, will step up and look to do something here. Plate that run from second, maybe plate that run from first, although it's going to need to be hit in quite a location for Jake to start from first.
And when you're eager to hit something, that high fastball is so hard to lay off, especially when Schulke has that strong of a breaking ball. That's just an impressive bat there by Jake Goldshort to keep the Wreckers alive.
Here. The Eagles' defense infield's play deep besides the third baseman, who's at about average depth. Jake taking the lead off first, but he's all alone there. Not going anywhere. And holding Jules on a little tighter at second. And the 0-1 pops straight up. Moore, the catcher, will rip his mask off, look to make a play here. Tough ball's moving, he's unable to grab it and land harmlessly in foul territory for the second strike. Really, really tough play on that one, you know.
Those are some of the hardest plays to make as a catcher.
With that said, though, he's going to feel like he should have had it. His coach is going to feel like he should have had it, especially if Vinny does something here. In the bottom of the 5th, it's 8-9-1 for the Wreckers, as the third baseman and junior Mark Kelly waits on deck. 4 scores, and getting scoring position, only 2 so far this game. And he'll continue here as the first pitch that Bruce sees will be fouled off to the right side, bounce off the top of the car.
Is that a white Bronco? I can't tell.
It sort of looks like a white Bronco. I agree. 0-1 now from Schulke to Shagelmate. And he gets that one, tops it right back to the pitcher. Schulke picks it up, tosses it over to Delaney. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. You know, we were supposed to call the Ward game on Saturday. Not Ross, but me and Nathan Smith, another WWPT regular. And we get there, and Ward has redone their fields and not included power in their baseball field. Yeah, so they redid the dugouts and did not route any power to the surface. So the scoreboards and stuff, but there's no outlet, nowhere for anyone to connect. So streaming and broadcasting at Ward Baseball, not possible for the time being. As Kelly fights one off the inside, drills it up the middle for a base hit. Wreckers' first hit in a little while here since Cicero is back in the 3rd. And with 1 out, that'll be 1 on for the Wreckers' leadoff hitter.
Great job from Kelly there, getting on for the top of the lineup. Looks like McFarland's gonna have a little pinch runner here. Noah Sade's gonna come pinch run for Mark Kelly. Big and Sade.
Makes sense as well because, you know, Sade was probably going to be the guy that they were going to go to out of the pen. But the day that Knee's having and the amount of games that you have coming up, probably better to save Sade now, and, you know, his other position that he plays when he's not pitching is third base. He's been backing up Mark Kelly there, so third baseman, pitch running for another third baseman, and Sade will stay in. So a nice use of his bench there for McFarland.
Cicero's going to come up now with 1 on and 1 out. Shows bunt.
Pulls back, and that one's in there for a strike. Looks over to McFarland. He tells him now that you're good to swing it. The signs are not too hard to decipher.
I think everyone here knows what Jules is going to do. McFarland shows it.
The 0-1 now from Schulke to Cicero. Running is Sade. That ball's up high. Noah will get... And he's gunned! Stealing on the second pitch, a high fastball up by Jules' head, and Moore is able to gun him out. A great throw there by Mora. Slap the tag down is Payne, and Sade's caught stealing.
Yeah, unfortunate pitch is stealing there. High fastball is the exact pitch you want as a catcher when a runner's going. It's a close play there, but...
Very close. Throw beat him, and with high school umps a lot of the time, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And now the 1-1 as Cicero will hit it up the middle. Sliding over to his right is Payne, and he'll field that one. So, a base hit, but it's erased by the caught stealing with the pinch hitter Sade there. Cicero grounds out to end the inning, and we're going to head on to the 6th. Wreckers still scoreless here in this FCAC matchup against their rivals in the Trumbull Eagles. Trumbull with that 1-0 lead will bring their bats up in the 6th. And try to add on to their lead against Kaini, who's having an incredible start for the Staples Wreckers. We're back here for the 6th inning. Sun's poking out again as the first pitch in from knee to the catcher Mora. Misses high for a ball. Mora up now after gunning out the pinch runner in the bottom of the previous inning. But he hits a hard line driver right out to Jules at second. He'll grab that one. And Kyle will continue mowing these hitters down. One up, one down here as the lineup flips over for the Eagles. And Ryan Leonzi will come up. He singled in his last at-bat in the 3rd. Why would that? First pitch into Leonzi in there for a called strike, 0-1. As he chops that one to Jules, feels the ground ball, bowls it, but stays with it, and throws it over to Brill. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down here. 2 plays over there at second base for Cicero. And the 2-hitter, Andrew Valentino, will be up. He's over 2 with a line out and a pop out today.
Weird hop there. Staples dirt is some of the most unpredictable dirt I've seen in my life. Some of the hops that these infielders get are very unfortunate.
First pitch in from knee to Valentino for a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-0 the score here. No one on, 2 away. It's the top of the 6th. Knee gets him with a filthy breaking pitch and a big hack there by Valentino, but he doesn't come close to that one on the uppercut swing. And now 2 strikes as Kai continues to be, one of the best starts that I've seen him make in this Staples career. The 0-2, and he just reached out, poked that one to Jules. Jules will have a 3rd chance at it, and he goes 3 for 3. So Cicero out at second base, all 3 outs of this inning. A line out and 2 ground balls that he fields and tosses over to Brill, and the Wreckers go get Trumbull out of the way, 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Wreckers with only 6 offensive outs to play and still chasing that 1 run. Schulke is going to walk out onto the mound and try to continue his scoreless outing. Welcome into the bottom of the 6th here at Staples Field. You're listening on WWPT 90.3 FM or on the stream. I'm Weston alongside Russ bringing you this broadcast. And your record's still chasing a 1-0 deficit here as we're in the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be 2-3-4 for the Wreckers as the first pitch to center fielder Landgraf will miss for a ball. 1-0.
Good lay off the breaking pitch there from Landgraf.
The 1-0 offering, and that's a hard ground ball. Out to second, weird hop, and he'll throw him out of time. So like Russ said, weird hop's there at second, but no match for Andrew Valentino was able to toss out Landgraf, and 1 up and 1 down here for the Wreckers. Jake Goldshore is going to come up now. A single and a walk has reached base in his 2 plate appearances thus far. Looking to do it again here. The Wreckers really need him to. And on deck will be Jack Jacobs. So he came in for the defensive replacement for Vega, and he's going to stay and hit here in the 6th. Schulke nods in agreement with Mora and delivers. First pitch to Jake, grounded, out to second, hard play for Valentino, and he makes it look easy as he shifts over to the right, and then falling into the infield with a sidearm Robinson Cano looking throw as Andrew Valentino is going 2 for 2. So in the top of the 6th, the Wreckers second baseman had to make all 3 outs, and in the bottom of the 6th, so far, the Trumbull second baseman is 2 for 2.
Funny, actually. But yeah, the Wreckers really still haven't been able to find an answer for Schulke since that first inning when they got the 2 hits. Nothing's been working for them. Vega's going to step up to the plate, hopefully making the second baseman curve right now.
Yeah, so I thought that it was going to be Jacob, but with the re-entry rules, he had Jacob in the on-deck circle and then pulled him right back out, and Vega came in. So, Vega more likely to hit a solo shot if that's what Vernon's looking for with 2 outs here.
Vega against Trumbull, he did hit 1 game-tying solo shot in JV 2 years ago.
JV ball, when he came up and took Russ and I's jobs. And now, we're in the booth.
Man, he kicked us out.
Next offering from Schulke to Vega. And he rips that one into right center just over the leaping glove of Valentino, and he's in there with a base hit as he falls into first. Vinny Vega, too excited about his singles, he trips over himself into first. Luckily, no harm, no foul there, just a little bit of dirt on his pants, and he has a 2-out single here for the Wreckers, as now Brundage will look to do something.
Second hit of the game, nice rip there from Vega. Brundage, nice double hitter. We'll see if he can get something working here and hopefully tie the game up.
Vinny will take his lead off of first. Cooper waits. First pitch in from Schulke. Up high for a ball with the fastball. 1 ball and no strikes here.
Vega not taking too big a lead at all off the first.
The 1-0 to Brundage, and he hits a hard ground ball, similar spot, so all 4 balls have been hit towards Valentino. First 2 for outs, the second 2 for base hits. Vinny singles, Cooper matches him with another single, but because of the hard hit ball and the center fielder right there to grab in the outfield, they'll move station to station, but a runner in scoring position now. Vega on second, Brundage on first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th, and Coach Pacelli for the Eagles will call time and have a little mound visit with Schulke, who's looked stellar up until this point.
Another hit for Cooper. He's leading the team in batting average. Andrew Oppenheimer, the 5-hitter, is going to come. Yes, the 5-hitter. 6-hitter. Apologies. Cooper's the 5-hitter. Going to come up to bat with runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Quick talk at the mound. See if Oppenheimer can do something here and hopefully drive in Vinny as he shares a few laughs with the second baseman and shortstop there. Could possibly be about his game-tying home run 2 years ago. I really think it is. That was a big moment. Oppenheimer can step in.
Looking to do some damage here. Vega off a second. Payne really in his pocket there. A lot of daylight. And Schulke will step off. Oppenheimer digs back in. Brundage off a first. Vega off a second. Infield deep for Trumbull as Schulke steps off again. Third baseman, the only one at that standard depth, and outfield pretty standard for the Eagles here. It's 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Trumbull's a 1-0 lead, and they drill Oppenheimer in the first pitch that he sees. Bases will be loaded with 2 away for Schulke as he goes for the fastball, trying to get that inside corner and just drills the Wreckers shortstop there.
McFarland's walking in the middle. He's checking on Oppie. Yeah. I mean, a rare big miss there from Schulke. Starting to see him falter a little bit this late in the game. You have bases loaded, 2 outs as Connor Brill steps up. Had a nice rip. The last innings caught, but see if he can do something big here for Staples.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's they're planning for him to start tomorrow against Ward, assuming that it does not get rained out. So that fastball up into his arm rib area, they don't want him to get injured. So McFarland's just checking on him, but it looks like he's okay as he takes his lead of a first. Cooper off of second. Vega off of third, and a bounce pitch, but a great block by Mora to keep the tying run at bay.
Such a big block there from Mora. Another big miss, though, 2 in a row from Schulke. Biggest at bat of the game.
Connor Brill in, looking to do something now with the 1-0 count. Bases juiced for him. Wreckers only need 1 to tie, but they got the go-ahead run at second and an insurance run at first. The second pitch he sees misses inside for a ball, and it's 2-0.
Farland gave him the take sign. I agree, wouldn't take it until I see anything close to the zone. Past 3 pitches.
2-0 from Schulke. In there, he catches the inner half of that strike zone for a strike and gets himself back into the count with a 2-1.
Still good hitter's count here for Brill. Big pitch.
Schulke gets a sign from Mora, the 2-1. And chopped to the shortstop. They'll go to second. And Payne over to Valentino, and they work out of that jam. So the Wreckers load them up, and they're unable to plate one. We're going to go to the 7th here at Staples Field, a 1-0 lead for the Eagles still. So the Wreckers get 2 quick outs with on Landgraf and Goldschur ground outs, then a Vega single, a Brundage single, an Oppenheimer hit by pitch, and it went from 2 outs and no one on, 2 outs and the bases loaded with Connor Brill up. And Connor Brill had a huge double in the 7th of last game, unable to come up with that one in the 6th. It's a hard ground ball over to the shortstop. Payne just flips it over to Valentino, and they get Schulke out of that 6th frame. We're going to head on to the 7th here. Kaini taking the mound, looking for a complete game here. Only 1 run allowed, but that's been all the Trumbull's needed thus far as Schulke's been able to blank the Wreckers. Don't go anywhere as we have the last inning of this heated 1-run FCIAC matchup. We're back here for the 7th and final frame of this regular season interleague matchup between the Trumbull Eagles and the Staples Wreckers. Trumbull has a 1-0 lead over your hometown Wreckers. Kaini has had a stellar start, but still in line for the loss as his offense has not been able to help him out at all. First 2 pitches in from Knee here in the 7th have missed high for a ball. That's the left fielder Vidal who's leading things off here in the 7th, so it's 3-4-5 for Trumbull. That's who you want when you're trying to get some insurance. And he'll miss, so Kai falling behind 3-0 to the first batter he's seen in this inning. Still no action in the Wreckers bullpen, no action in the Trumbull bullpen, and it looks like Schulke will be coming out for that complete game. The 3-0, Knee finds his zone with a fastball.
Almost the opposite of last game against Ward. It was a total hit, a showdown, 11-9 to find the score, and this game's been the exact opposite, 1-0 in the 7th.
Yeah, the game with a lot of runs I don't get the call in this one. I do, but it's been a pitcher's duel. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
I love a good pitcher.
Yeah, I like a good pitcher. So was Kai, though, loses Vidal there. So not a competitive at bat for Neely as he walks the Eagles left fielder on 5 pitches. Kai will look Vidal back as he'll just have to take a few steps back in. James Delaney up for Trumbull, looking to do something. He struck out. Looking his first time up, swinging his second. He delivers, he shows bunt, he pulls it back and misses high for a ball, 1-0. Kelly charging in from third on that fake bunt attempt, but he's ready if it happens. Brill holding the runner on there at first. Rutgers defense remains the same, with the slight exception that Vega has re-entered. We knew that he re-entered for that bat, so he's now back out there and right. That's the only place where we've seen any changes thus far for the Rutgers.
Losing the strike zone a little bit here.
And he finds the bottom of it there for a low call strike. A weird bunt as it goes right to Kai. He'll try to make the throw to first. He spikes it. It's going to go into the outfield. Here comes Vidal. He'll go to third. And a bunt single that caused an error from Knee fielding his position. They've laid down 2 bunts. They've both gone right back to the pitcher. And Kai has not been able to handle either of them cleanly. The first one for a single. This one he throws right away past Brill. And good backup there by Vinny and right to prevent him from scoring, but there will be runners on the corners and none away here. So a bunt single with the error, and now the umpires are going to call time, and there's a lot of discussion between both the Trumbull 2 base coaches and the umpires. It looks like they're angry about some sort of chirping coming from the Trumbull dugout.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake there from the Kyler's runner scoring position at the third with no outs. Insurance would be very big for Trumbull here. Runners in the corners, and it looks like they make a pinch runner, number 15.
That's Nolan Carbone.
Nolan Carbone, the son of my former assistant principal at Kings Highway in school.
Really?
Yep, I made a nice diving catch against his team. Trumbull, I guess.
Trumbull's always our biggest in travel ball.
Yeah, wow, it's kind of heard that name in so long.
Look at that. As center fielder Parente steps in, he's over 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. Runners on the corners now, and he shows bunt, pulls it back. Misses high with that pitch, and it's 1-0. So Kai, who's been great through 6, faltering here in the 7th. Still no one warming up, however. Shows bunt, misses that one, as he actually tried to lay it down. But it'll be 1-1. Vidal on third, Delaney on first for Trumbull. They maintain that slim 1-0 lead over Staples. We're here in the top of the 7th. He shows bunt again, pulls it back as that pitch misses inside. And from experience of watching Kai pitch for my whole life, basically, between rec ball, travel ball, and here, he's getting a little flustered now. That he hates when he makes an error, and a lot of time his biggest enemy's own head. As he bunts it right back, and he's out. So on right to knee, tosses a goal.
Great play there from me. Finally got his get back on those pitcher fielding plays. Interesting attempt at home there.
A sacrifice, suicide squeeze.
I think suicide when did he steal home?
Yeah.
Oh, he stole.
Yeah. Suicide. Nah. We'll go safety. We'll go safety. We'll go safety. Safety squeeze there for Trumbull. But does not work as Kai is able to flip it over to Goldshore, and he lays down the tag on Vidal to get that out. Much needed first out for the Rutgers here in the 7th. As the first pitch in now to Jago misses high. He singled in his last at bat. There will be a runners on first and second still, however, as Palente is at first after the fielder's choice. Delaney moved up to second. He finds the zone now for Jago.
I think I recognize from basketball now too. All these names coming back to me.
Ball in the dirt here, but the runners aren't going anywhere as Jake's able to keep in the neighborhood.
Almost hit him there. Had to quickly get his toes out of the way.
One out here, 2 runners on for Trumbull. Looking to add some insurance here in the top of the 7th. He delivers, and up high is missing with this ball. So, I respect the safety squeeze call, trying to get that insurance run, but Kai's not having an inning. He looks like he's lost control here, and he handed him an out basically with a bunt right back to him. As he finds his zone now this time and is working his way back into it with Jago. As this ball will be fouled back by Jago. Good way to protect, though. Landgraf shifted right out there in center field, so a big left center gap. Cooper obviously doesn't pitch the line much, so he makes up for it a little bit. But a big area to pull here for Jago. As he does so, but right to the glove of Oppenheimer, and they got him a double play! Oh my goodness! Off the end of the bat, a line drive to Oppenheimer, and he flips to Cicero covering second, as Delaney's unable to dive back in time, and that is the right call. We saw it from here. He just got the ball back in time. So, stuck in the middle on a frozen rope line drive there from Jago, and the Wreckers turn 2 for the second time this game. This one, a 4-3 double play. 4-4-3 double play. Or, sorry, a 6-6-4 double play.
Yes.
Went through every number there. Finally got it. And we're back here for the bottom of the 7th, a 1-run ball game. 8-9-1 due up for the Wreckers, and a lot on the line here. Schulke looking for a complete game shutout with these 3 outs. First pitch he delivers to Bruce, and it's a ground ball. Over to Payton short, fields it cleanly, makes a throw over, and he gets some. 1 pitch, 1 out here. McFarland unhappy, and he gave a take sign. And Bruce did not listen to it.
Yeah, Bruce been swinging that bat heavy this game. Haven't seen him take a lot of pitches. His past 2 at-bats, he's been swinging away.
And it's the standard in the late innings when you're chasing just 1 run or something like that, or especially when you have a pitcher who's been throwing a lot of pitches to take that first pitch. That's standard coaching. I've made that mistake before by ignoring it and swinging, because sometimes you get the take sign. And when it's not 3-0 and there's a pitch right down the middle, it's kind of hard to leave. But that time, he grounds out. McFarland not happy with that, and the first pitch to Kelly's in there for a strike, 0-1. The Eagles 2 outs away. And Kelly held his swing there, so 1-1. Pop that one up, but it's going to go out of play, out of reach of Mora, and it'll be a 1-ball and 2-strike count, but Kelly will have another chance here. Ryan Payne, the shortstop for Trumbull, looked really, really smooth all day, making a lot of plays out there. Fielding has been excellent by both teams. Only 2 errors, 1 aside. The Kai fielding the bunt error, and the error on Jules' single that let him get second base earlier in the 3rd. That pitch fouled away by Kelly as he fights that one off. See another one. No one on for the Wreckers. Down 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. They have 2 outs to play with. The 1-2 to Kelly, and he spiked that one to Schulke. Count will run even at 2-2. Standard fielding setup here for Trumbull. Vidal's far out there and left, however. And that 2-2 misses in the same spot there in the dirt. So Schulke having a little trouble with the off-speed pitch there, and the count will run full.
He'll have a great at-bat after his nice base hit his last turnaround.
We'll see what he does here with his payoff pitch, and that will miss low for a ball. So a good at-bat there by Mark Kelly, and the Wreckers have a base runner as the lineup flips over.
Some signs of life here for the Wreckers. Cicero's going to come up. Has a base hit this game. See what he can do.
Base hit sandwiched by some grounds out to short here, but looking to get another one here, or at least reach base with a walk. You know, Schulke has not been able to find the zone with that at-bat much, and a really good at-bat by Kelly, but not able to find the zone the way he was in the early innings, so likely that Cicero's taken the first pitch he sees. However, he'll have to wait as Schulke looks over to first. Kelly's in there safely. He'll take his lead. First pitch from Schulke to Jules, bounce again for ball, 1-0. So he's having trouble there. A lot of 57, 58, 59 footers here in the 7th for Schulke. No action that we can see for Trumbull's arm barn.
Looked like Landgraf was warming up a little for Staples before he went to the next.
The 1-0. And that will miss. 2 balls, no strikes here.
Good hitters count. McFarland not going to give him a take sign after missing the zone a lot of times. Loud Staples dugout.
Tying run on first. Winning run at the plate. Schulke to Jules. And he gets under this one right towards the booth. It will land in the stands, bounce all over, and a great play by Ed Kukier behind us.
Little mom's moved out of the way. I'm expecting him to make that play, but
You know who didn't move out of the way? Ed Kooks.
he's always there.
He's a dog.
He has it up.
Kelly off of first. That ball looked good from here, but it's going to be a called ball just outside.
Oh, that was a ball?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So 3-1 now to Cicero. Great hitters count for a great hitter. Kelly off of first.
Big pitch there.
And he finds it there, similar spot, maybe a centimeter over to the right, but he gets the call this time. The count will run full.
2 straight full counts really working Schulke.
Pitch count's got to be way up there. And 3-2. Ball 4, he misses again in the same spot where ball 3 was. So Jules works a second straight walk for the Wreckers, and they have 2 on.
Yeah, I mean,
Cole Landgraf up.
that is impossible to tell from this angle. Fastball to strike, that looks pretty good, but
If I'm Schulke, I'm
yeah,
pretty pissed because they have two of them in the similar spot. You hope you get one.
yeah, 2 costly calls, which
You know, you guys on the stream have a better view of than us, so we'll go back and see it. I'll go back and see it later where those pitches really were.
yeah, but only 1 out here for 2-hitter Landgraf. The runner in scoring position, the tying run on second, the winning run on first. We talked to Schulke a little bit. Still no action in the bullpen.
2 on, 1 away for the Wreckers. Chasing that lone run of the ball game that came off of a 3rd inning single from Ryan Leonzi. Scored Payne, who had walked earlier in that inning. Now Cicero's off of first. Kelly off a second. Pitch to Landgraf, and he pops that one foul on 1.
Big swing there from Landgraf, trying to rip one into the outfield and get his boys home.
Trumbull infield, playing back besides that 3rd baseman who's at the inner lip. Big left center gap available if Landgraf wants to go oppo. And 0-2 as he fouls another one off. High fastballs beating Landgraf in the first 2 pitches. He's able to get a piece of them, however, so he's not too far off of it. He'll have no balls and 2 strikes here. 1 out, 2 on. Looking to plate that tying run, and maybe even that go-ahead run from first, which would be the winner. And he fights that one off, so 3 straight late swings. This one he connects on the best. It's a far foul ball towards the scoreboard out there on the left side.
Swinging big here, might see a nicely placed breaking ball from Schulke, kind of going with the big swings from Landgraf.
And that one misses way high there. Moore has to jump up to get it. Take it all the way is Landgraf. Energy pretty solid here from the Rutgers dugout. Trumbull's looking to close this one out. Schulke only has 1 out. He needs 2. Got the first batter out and now has been struggling. And a hard ground ball towards Payne at second. Goes to second, to first, and they're not able to get the double play. And Kelly will hold up there at third. So a ground ball hit by Landgraf out to the shortstop Payne. He flips over to Valentino at second. Too quick though is Landgraf, however, so they're unable to turn 2 there. And they'll have the second out. So now down to their final out are the Wreckers. And their clutch hitter, their senior captain, and their backstop, Jay Goldshaw's up looking to be the hero. Runner is on third. That's Mark Kelly. The ball kind of got away from the first baseman there a little bit. Kelly made a couple steps towards home, but made the wise decision to stay there. That would have been something. But now runners from the corners, 2 away. Bottom of the 7th. And the first pitch of Goldshore hits him.
Wow. I mean, that is... I'm not surprised, but that's just kind of hard to see, as Goldshore is such a good hitter in that spot, the exact guy you want. Gets hit first pitch, but we do have another great hitter in Vega coming up with the bases loaded, 2 outs, down 1, bottom of the 7th. Schulke versus Vega.
Jake's reached base 3 times today.
Vega has another opportunity to have an iconic moment against Trumbull. Big moment here.
Bases loaded. 1-0 the score. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The tying, winning runs are on base for the Wreckers. They're looking to walk this thing off with 2 outs. Schulke first pitch to Vega, and he'll swing through it for a strike. 0-1. High heat. McFarland's not happy with it. And they're going to say he went on the swing. McFarland's trying to argue that that ball was high. It was, but Vega definitely broke the plane. They got it wrong the first time he did it. This time they get it right. And the Wreckers have 2 strikes to play with. The 0-1's in there. Fastball gets the zone. And now the Wreckers are down to their final strike. 0-2 here for the junior right fielder. Kelly off at third. Landgraf at second. Goldshore at first. If Landgraf scores, the Wreckers win. If Kelly scores, the Wreckers tie. But with 0-2 count here from Schulke, he's looking to put a complete game shot on the board. And he hit him! He hit him! The game's tied! My goodness! On an 0-2 count, he goes inside and clips his elbow.
That is unbelievable. Schulke trying to argue that maybe he stuck his elbow out or his thing was kind of poking out. But, I mean, he did not lean into that pitch.
It's going to be a quick discussion between the 2 umpires there. Like you said, Trumbull coach Pacelli's going to ask or look for a lean-in call, but they're not going to get it. And the umpire makes the right call here, and the right game is tied.
What?
I can't believe what I just saw.
What an inning, honestly. I mean, we're starting to see Schulke's fatigue a bit. He's been pitching great all game, but this last inning has brought some fatigue as he's going to get taken out of the game with a round of applause. Amazing performance by Schulke, but he's had some fatigue in this last inning and has to get taken out.
I'm at a loss for words right now. We have bases loaded, 2 outs, and an 0-2 count.
And listen, if you don't mind, I'm going to take some bites of my sandwich. I haven't had anything to eat all day, and now we might be going to extras possibly. I'm so hungry.
Russ had a busy day, so we're very thankful that he came and joined us on the call. 2 AP tests in 1 day. Sounds miserable.
And Weston, I'm not going to lie, there are tomatoes. Did I ask for tomatoes, Weston?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I did.
You didn't. I'm sorry. So.
It's okay.
Asked for tomatoes, no tomatoes. Or didn't ask for tomatoes, got tomatoes. They never get it right.
Delicious.
Yeah? What else you got on there besides tomato?
Turkey, mac and cheese, lettuce, mayo. I'm keeping it simple.
Yeah, solid.
I love it.
I like it.
Cranberry Market, hidden gem, their little deli.
Oh, right by your house. Sort of. Yeah, it's a hidden gem just because no one else goes around there from our town.
Just gonna keep it hidden.
Warming up now for the Eagles, a sophomore, Ryan DeMello. The bases are loaded. A walk, a hit by pitch, a catcher's interference, a drop third strike. A lot of options to get that run home. Aside from a hit, a really, really scary position to come in as a reliever.
I was about to say, very fortunate for Staples. You know, they've really been struggling hitting wise. I mean, besides last game. Sorry, I'm chewing. Especially in big spots. You know, I think they've had some lucky moments.
You can take this little time off.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, you can just take the mic off.
I didn't ask for tomato nader, bro.
Come on, bro. Kuki are doing some running towards the dugout, as is Noah Sage, so their two best relievers will start tossing a little bit, it seems. Vega off of first. Goldshore off of second, and the winning run, Landgraf off of third. Cooper Brundage, the 5-hitter, in. The captain, 1-1. He's looking to win it for his boys. First pitch he sees, off-speed pitch that bends in there for a called strike, 0-1.
No other guy you want up right now than Cooper Brundage. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
I can't believe they hit the batter with 2 strikes and 2 outs. As Coop takes a big hack on a second off-speed pitch and misses. A lot of whip on that hack, however. He made contact and that one was going far, but he doesn't, as he's a little ahead of that slower pitch, slower than the speed that Schulke was working with all game from DeMello. And now 0-2 with 2 outs. DeMello's going to look to send this thing into extras. The 0-2. Loud grunt from DeMello as he releases it. Cooper will fight that one off foul. 0-2. Base umpire tells the Staples dugout to knock it off.
I'm not sure. What were they doing?
Just their casual chirps, you know. Not shocking that one of them crossed the line. Not hard to believe.
Yeah, I think I could narrow it down to 1 or 2 people.
An 0-2 here. And DeMello gets him looking. A great pitch on the outer half. McFarland's not happy, and Cooper goes down looking with the bases loaded. But not before the Wreckers come back with the bases loaded. 2 outs and 2 strikes on Vinny Vega. Schulke, who's going for a complete game shutout. Schulke, who's 1 pitch away from a complete game shutout. Who could have thrown 3 straight dirt balls and still got his his shutout. With a batter that has 2 singles and a K. And he hits him. 0-2. Goes a little inside, barely gets him, but just off the edge of the elbow, and that's all that's needed to force in that run. So home came Landgraf. Or rather, home came Kelly. On that hit by pitch to tie things up at 1, and we're going into the 8th here at Staples Field. So we're out here getting set for the top of the 8th, Kai Nee, who's not well over, but slightly over the century mark in pitches, comes out for the 8th. He throws a couple warm-ups, and he's walking off. So Coach Buswell came out for the Wreckers, then came Coach McFarland. And Kai Nee is limping, so it's going to be a lower body injury, probably a calf/hamstring/oblique. And it wouldn't be oblique. One of them. Some sort of muscle strain there from Kai Nee. So after 7 beautiful innings where he only let up 1 run, he's going to have to leave the game here before he has a chance to pitch the 8th.
Doesn't look like he's in too much pain.
Hopefully just a spasm or cramp of sorts. And, he was already at well over 100 pitches, like I said. So not terrible. He didn't have that much left in him. So hopefully, if it is just a cramp or a spasm of a sort, then he will be back for his next regular start, and the Wreckers won't have to worry. But there always are more serious concerns.
As Kukier comes in to pitch, one of their most trusted relievers.
Those two ball calls on the borderline pitches to Cicero looming very large now for the home plate umpire. As he's missed the catcher's interference. Tighten up that zone there for the Cicero at bat. And made the call on the hit by pitch that was no lean in. So a lot of control over this game here in the back end for Blue. And Ben Kukier, senior, will be warming up before the Wreckers. He's been stellar out of the pen this year, making an occasional start, but a really good arm for Coach McFarland and the Wreckers to go to. Similarly, the flip play at home, where Kai got the field, the bunt, flipped him. Again, the throw beat him, but I'm not sure Jake got the slap the tag down in time. It was a tough play. Obviously, umpire is the best view of it, but a lot of control here for the home plate umpire, which I guess is standard.
Yeah, but I mean, it also is crazy to think about how one call really from an ump's having a good or bad day can determine the game.
Right, he could have got 99%, but missed that one strike there on the Cicero at bat or something, and there's the game. And now for the Eagles, 7, 8, 9. That's Eric Story, their DH, to start things off here. First pitch from Kukier here in the top of the 8th will miss low for a ball. Wreckers' defense remains the same. Vega's out there and right. Mark Kelly, the third baseman, on the infield grass, expecting a bunt. And he will rip that one foul as Story evens the count up 1-1. Pulls that one against the Wreckers dugout. Third base coach has to move out of the way for Trumbull. 1-1 the score here. You've been listening all day with WWPT and 90.3 FM. I've been Weston alongside Russell. Thank you guys for being with us, whether you're on the station or on the stream. We already got some extra inning baseball here on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Not a bad day for it. And Mikey Lynn, the Hall of Fame foul ball retriever. And he's just on a full sprint. It's just a wonderful thing to see. Blue guy. The 1-1 from Kukier. And he'll go and get a strike called there. So, Story tried to hold up the swing, but regardless, it will be a called strike by home plate umpire. And it will be 1-2. He tops that one foul towards the dugout. And it goes in the Wreckers dugout, but he'll see another pitch here. Ryan Payne waiting on deck. The 1-2, looped into left, and Brundage barely has to move. Solid contact there, but a little off the end for Story, and the first batter of the 8th inning lines out. 1 up, 1 down here as the 8-hitter and shortstop Ryan Payne will come up. He's scored the only run for Trumbull so far this game, looking to score the second here. But with no one on base and 1 away, he'll have to start it. First pitch in Kukier, called strike, 0-1. The 1-0 from Kukier. And he rips that one, similar spot, and it's going to dump in right in front of Brundage. So a little less hang time on that ball off of the bat of Payne than there was off the bat of Story, and that one will fall in for a base hit. Nice hitting there for Ryan Payne, and we'll go to the 9-hitter Anthony Mora.
I'm done with my sandwich if anyone's wondering. If anyone's timing it.
Look over from Kukier. Payne will dive in safely. Another look from Kukier. Another dive in safely. He's throwing a lot harder over to first than Kai or Schulke ever was.
Yeah, kind of. Looks like he's actually trying to get him out.
First offering now from Kukier to Moore will find the bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-1. 1-1 the ball game here. We're in extra innings at Staples Field as the Trumbull Eagles and the Staples Wreckers face off for their first matchup and only matchup of this regular season. 2 of the powerhouses in the FCA. And we had a matchup of 2 college pitchers today, Kai Nee and Trevor Schulke, and they both showed up and did what it was worth the price of admission for the 2 of them. We expected a great game, and they gave us a great game. Both pitching well, both pitching into the 7th. Kai getting through the 7th, and now this one's ripped and it will land foul. Oh my goodness, that's awfully close. They're gonna call it foul. Trumbull's still running, but it's a foul ball. Trumbull's still running, and it's a foul ball. Now they're going to head back, so a hard line drive to the left side lands just a centimeter outside of that left foul line.
Unbiased, that did look foul.
Yeah, I think it's the right call there. It's a really tough one. Really, really tough one with no umpire right there at third to turn around and call it.
That hurts to see.
So, yeah, if you're Anthony Mora, you're not happy with it. But really good piece of hitting there.
Get another chance.
Kooks will look over again, this time dive in.
He's starting to pick up a little here. That's awkward. Time called.
Payne up at first. 1 out here. Hard ground ball. Past the glove of Kelly. Oppenheimer makes a great play to Cicero coming second, and they get the force out with the lead runner for the second out here in the top of the 8th. Really, really nice play by Oppenheimer. Great toss over. Jules covering, and they get the second out there.
Great stretch there from Jules, knowing that the double play was not going to be an option. Put his right foot on the bag and nice stretch to get the runner out.
Payne up first. The lineup is turned over now for Trumbull, and that's Ryan Leonzi, who has the only RBI of the game for the Eagles. 2 away here at the top of the 8th, 1 runner on this 1-1 ball game. Kukier will look over again. A lot of looks, a lot of times that Ryan Payne's dove in.
You're distracted by the Trumbull fans will see it. It's number 18. 18 more.
Right, the fielder's choice. That's awkward. one top to the right side. Kukier does a great job fielding his position. A little jump throw, and he's unable to make it. It's into the outfield. Here comes Mora, and he'll be held at third. So it looked like a routine play turns into a weird error, and the Rutgers pitchers continue struggling to field their position today.
It's seemingly the easy plays that get messed up the most in these types of games. You know, that seemed like easy flip to first, but runner got in the way a little. So just an awkward situation. Now they rush to the corners.
That is really unfortunate for the Rutgers with 2 outs. That would have gotten them out of this and into the bottom of the 8th. Now Andrew Valentino, the second baseman. 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch he sees from Kukier will miss outside for a ball, 0-1.
Taking some big practice swings. Gonna try something here.
Leon's with the lead off first. Preloading him on. Taking all the way is Valentino as Kukier is able to find the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great off-speed pitch there. It misses just low on a nice take by Valentino on the count. We're on 2-1.
Close.
Step off here from Kukier. 2 away, 2 on, 1-1 the ball game. Kukier looking for that third out to send the bats up in the bottom of the 8th. And there'll be a ground ball foul left.
Way out in front of that one.
Valentino will see another pitch. No action in the bullpen, however, DeMello only got 1 out for Trumbull, so
There goes Mikey Lynn.
very likely that he will come out and be their pitcher for the bottom half of this frame. Landgraf playing a little shallow there in center. Big left center gap. And they lace one into left. Here comes the lead runner. And an RBI single from Valentino. Plates Mora from third. And Trumbull has a 2-1 lead here in extra innings. Really nice hitting there as he just rips one on the line down past the outstretched glove of the third baseman Kelly into left, fielded by Brundage. An easy run score for Mora now of stage and second. First pitch into Vidal is a strike.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. I mean, another great timely hit for Trumbull. Get a 2-1 lead. Kukier's going to look to put the damage to that.
Or rather, that was... Yeah, okay. We're good. Leonzi at second. Valentino at first. Kukier. And he'll miss high on that offering to Vidal. 2-1 the score here as Trumbull just played the third run of this game, the second for them here. In extra innings, a 2-out single. RBI single from their second baseman, Andrew Valentino, who's had a nice day in the field, now contributing with the bat. And really high fly ball here for Vidal. Barely has to move as does Landgraf. He'll camp under it and put it away here and send his bats up to the bottom of the 8th. So the Wreckers, they found magic in the bottom of the 7th. Unfortunately gave up that run there in the 8th. And now we're going to have to look for a second little streak of magic to push this one either to the 9th or to win it. The Wreckers will have 6, 7, 8 up. That's Oppenheimer, Brill, and Schlegelmilch once we get back here. DeMello on the bump for the Eagles. We're back here for the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 the score. The Wreckers chasing that run. In the top of the inning, Valentino was able to drill an RBI single into the left and plate that go-ahead run. And it's Oppenheimer in now for the Wreckers, looking to start things off. First pitch from DeMello, in there. And DeMello delivers. He'll find the zone.
Oppenheimer taking 2 straight fastballs in the middle here. We'll see what his approach is on this 0-2 count.
DeMello gets a sign from Mora. And the 0-2. Up high with that fastball, missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Oppenheimer, who's leading off this extra frame for the Wreckers. Like I said, Magic in the 7th. They're going to need another little stroke of it here. The 1-2. And Oppenheimer taps one foul right at a fan sitting in the bed of her truck. She avoids it, drilled her car. Doesn't sound like any glass broke. And Oppenheimer does a good job fighting that 2-strike pitch off.
It's a very scary feeling having that ball come right at you.
So DeMello will toss another 1-2 here. Long hold. He delivers. And fouled back again, so Oppenheimer continues to fight.
Great sitting back on that pitch and just getting a piece of it to stay alive.
We got through almost 5 innings of this game in an hour. And now we have 6, 7, and 8 have taken another hour themselves. And we're not even done with 8. Another 1-2 offering. And that will miss inside. Moore doesn't hang on to it, goes to the backstop, doesn't matter. And the count will run even, 2-2. Seems like Trumbull really turns on their game when it's a strong FCI opponent.
Yeah, every sport. Loud chirping from the dugouts.
And Oppenheimer will call time. Long hold there by DeMello, so good time call from Oppenheimer.
Hasn't moved a muscle since.
And a real quick pitch once he gets back in there, and he gets Oppenheimer chasing out that high fastball. Stone cold from the sophomore on the mound, stays in the same spot, covering his face with his glove. As Oppenheimer calls time, the second Oppenheimer gets back in the box and time resumes. He fires a fastball, swing and a miss from Oppenheimer as he tries to catch up to that high heat. And we'll have 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th as the Wreckers are down to their last 2 outs, chasing that 1 run that they gave up in the top of this frame. 2-1's a score here on WWPT 90.3. Brill in. First pitch from Brill will miss outside as he bends a breaking ball into the other batter's box for a ball, 1-0.
Real standing way back in the box. Notice that from him. Interesting play there.
DeMello delivers, and he'll catch the outer corner there for a strike taken. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Connor Brill. Sorry to Spencer and Matthew Stashour, who are in the studio looking to start their radio show post-game. This extras is delaying that as Connor gets under 1. Out towards left. And a diving effort from Vidal, but it drops foul. Really respectable effort there on a kind of no man's land foul ball that was going to likely land anyway.
Yeah, a little dangerous play there too. That fence is kind of sticking out. Hard to tell where it is when you're running, looking at the ball. So.
Nice effort there.
Yeah.
Not too far anyway, once he made that leap. And another 2-strike pitch here from Ryan DeMello. 1 away, no one on for the Wreckers. And a similar pitch, fights that one off foul. This one's going to go out of play into the bullpen. No one warming up there.
Fighting off some good pitches here.
Yet again, another 2-strike offering to the junior first baseman, Connor Brill. Looking to stay alive, get on base for his boys. And that pitch in there catches him looking, so DeMello goes back and freezes Connor Brill with a beautiful pitch on the outer third, and that's 2 outs. The Wreckers are down to their final chance today. And that final chance will be in the form of their 9-hitter, in the form of their 8-hitter, Bruce Schegelmilch.
Bruce has been swinging heavy this game. See what he does in this big spot.
Fly out and 2 groundouts. He'll call time before the first pitch is thrown. First pitch to Bruce, fouled right back towards the booth. Who will land on the roof, and a great play there by a Trumbull dad as it bounces right into his hands.
He's looking to keep the ball as ball prices are unbelievable these days.
That's hilarious, actually. 0-1 now. 2 away, no one on here. Wreckers chasing that 1 run. Need Bruce to do something with that 2-out Lightning. Unable to, however, as DeMello buckles Bruce, finds the bottom of the zone, and the Wreckers yet again for the second time today, for the second time in 2 straight innings, are down to that last strike. 2 strikes on Bruce. DeMello gets his sign. No one on, 2 away, looking to win it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strike out there for Bruce Schegelmilch as Ryan DeMello battles through, coming out of the pen, gets the last 4 outs of the game for the Eagles in a really close back and forth FCAC matchup between 2 really historic schools, historic baseball schools, and it gave us everything that we wanted out of this game. Unfortunately, the Wreckers unable to come out with the W.
Yeah, pitcher's duel. We knew we were going to get this game. Schulke against me. It gave us exactly what we expected. A bunch of different crazy plays and hit by pitches and errors led to a 2-1 win for Trumbull. They played a great game, had timely hitting. Staples just couldn't cash in when they needed to. Had a couple of hit pitches that led to a run, but other than that, we're pretty quiet on the offensive end today. And unfortunately, we're not able to take home victory against one of their FCI rivals, Trumbull.
So that's 2 straight losses for the Wreckers, something that they have not dealt with thus far this season.
Yeah, and they got another big game right away tomorrow against Ward, playing them for the second time in 4 days.
Likely be Oppenheimer on the bump here, and it'll be Stashauer and company bringing you that call on WWPT 90.3 FM. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This FCAC thriller, 8 solid innings of baseball. Trumbull comes away with that 2-1 victory. Ivan Wesson alongside Russell Kelsey. Have a good night.